What's going on, you guys? Let's see if my camera turns on or not. Oh, nope, I don't have it plugged in. Gotta plug in the camera if you want it to work. There I am. What's up happening? What's up? What's up? What's happening? What's up? What up? What up? How's it going, dudes? How is the weekend being over? Feel better now? Better now that you're back on the charts? Interesting little play on gold here. Interesting play on gold right now. But it's the first opening candle. It looks pretty interesting on the 30. It's tempting. It didn't really close above this level here, so that makes me a little concerned. If it would have closed above that level there, we probably could have justified a 30 play. Yeah. I don't know. It's just not. I've been watching it for a little bit, and I was like, oh, this would be interesting. But yeah, I don't think I can take it. The move is, it's not as, I'm not as comfortable taking that one. Anyways, it's the first thing I saw. What's going on? Let's see, who's here today? Tim, first, always first. How you doing, Tim? Driving in the car. All right, cool. Don't get pulled over, right? Education, RDK, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Just took the gold buy. Okay. See, this is why I stood it down, because this level right here, this level is, there's going to be some kind of rejection or something. Something's going to happen here. And I don't want to be in a trade when that happens, whatever it is. Stuart, how you doing? Enjoying the account, Stuart? I think, so Friday, I gave away the account code, but Bull and Ox somehow didn't lock one user to one code. So when you guys grabbed this code, 3 people got accounts. So if you weren't here on Friday, I don't have any more accounts. I was going to give away an account today, but they're all gone. So I think three people definitely got accounts. But anyways, that's fine. That was the intention. I just didn't get a chance to do it the way I wanted to do it. Yeah. So thanks, Bullinox, for supporting the giveaway. But would have liked to do it a better way. But it just didn't happen that way. Also can't go live on TikTok. I don't know what's going on with TikTok. Alright, let's see. Graph, how you doing, man? That's funny. Yeah, Will, how you doing? Good to see you, Will. Finally trading again, that's right. Yeah, I want to tell you guys about this account. I got a little story for you about this account. Juan, how you doing? Buenos dias, good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Good, excellent. Thanks for being here on a Monday. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys, seeing you guys every day. It's nice. I like it. I can only do about an hour today because I'm on baby duty after that. Wife's got to go take the kids out and stuff, so I gotta watch one of the kids. So I'm gonna be off in exactly an hour, just so you know. So watch 4 candles. Let me see if I can get this TikTok going. I just don't understand why it won't let me go live. TikTok is a mess. And then I gotta tell you guys about this account. Little story. Good. Excellent. Wow, look at NQ popping. Should probably have my levels in the right spot. Alright, let's see. Don't even have levels on gold, or is it just so high? Holy crap, it's above 5,000 now, you guys. Look at that. Gold is in the 5,000s now. Jeez. That's insane, dude. That's insane. Wow. I didn't even really pay attention to it. A little bit of a gap there from this is from NYSE Open just last night. It's moved that much. Man, that's wild. I actually took a trade last night, and I want to show you guys. It's silver. What are you doing, silver? How's you guys trading going? I don't know about you guys, but I've had a better January than I did December and November. Like both those months were really difficult. But I just, took it easy, went light. And I'll know next year, or this year, to really slow it down. Holy crap. Did MES just rocket? Stupid mouse. Look at that. MES just took off. Wow. Look at that. MES is on the freaking launch pad. We might have to do a breakout, fake out on MES. Second mouse strat on MES. We'll see. Crazy. All right. Let's see. Had an okay day, 2 wins. Stewart, okay. Was super disciplined. Yep, that's good. That's good. Pretty green this month. Excellent. Hope for a good last week. Yeah, absolutely. Is it the last week of January? Jeez, that went quick. I watched the worst football game of my life last night. If you're an NFL football fan, Denver Broncos are my team, and yesterday was the worst game I think I've ever watched them play. So glitchy. What is going on? Why is it so glitchy? I'm gonna shut down Discord. I don't know what is going on today. It's really glitchy all of a sudden. I don't know why my computer's struggling so bad. No. Wow. This is ridiculous. All right. There we go. Okay. All right, live on TikTok finally. All right. Cool. All right, that'll have to do. Man, TikTok is a broken platform. All right, so this account here, I want to tell you guys about this account. I got a couple minutes till the next candle. This account I started as Top Step account. I started this account, let's see, about a week ago, and I took a couple of trades, and the volatility was so bad that it slipped past my PDLL, my personal daily loss limit of 750, and closed me out at negative 1300 on my first day trading this account. a $700 to $800 slippage. Kind of talked about this last week, but I was like, what's the point of a PDLL if it doesn't close at the number that you say, right? I was frustrated. So I sent an email to Top Step and everything, which I got nowhere. I got absolutely nowhere by doing that. They're like, oh, we're sorry. Slippage is part of the game, and it's normal. And I'm like, yeah, but not that high, right? Okay, I understand slippage. Yes, I understand it. But that is a bit excessive, right? It's a bit excessive. $700 to $800 slippage is a bit excessive, especially when I put a PDLL on $750. So I basically I was like, can you guys give me a free reset or something? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right. I'm going to have to get it back myself. So I've been trading this account. I'm going to just show you this real quick. I'll show you my, probably take a look here at ES for trades shortly. NQ not looking as good. I'm liking the ES. So if I look at my trade calendar, look. Let's see. There it is. Look at that. That was from slippage, dude. Slippage. Negative 1300. I had my PDLL set at 750. I said, fine. If they're going to say no, I'm going to have to get this thing back. So I took a trade here. 2 trades here, which was great on Friday. I had a great Friday. And the last night in Asia. This is what I made last night in Asia. And I'm not showing this to flex. The reason I'm showing this is to just never... It's just another indication of why you should never give up. When the odds are against you, when it's stacked against you, don't give up. Just keep trying. Get back on the horse. Get back on the horse. Get back on the horse. So now this account, I basically saved this account from drawdown. I've done that before. I've pulled an account out of major drawdown and gotten funded on that account. This account is it is one of those, it's the Top Step no activation fee accounts. Wow, look at that. I really like what ES is doing. Dang, that's a major rocket. I'm going to go down to 2 charts here. Basically, I just wanted to say, don't give up if the odds are against you. And in this situation for me, they were. All right, let's see. I want to watch ES. Yeah, isn't that crazy? All right, let's see. Candles are going to be frozen for a minute. I'm doing something on another screen. I don't know why it has to do this. Alright, we'll see if ES decides to reverse. I think if it does, I'm going to put in... If it wants to reverse back into the range. Getting beaten up 2 days in a row, Graph? Yeah. I know that feeling, my friend. Boy, do I know that feeling. Let's actually do 5. I'm still testing the strategy, so I still want to go light. Second mouse gets the cheese strat. We'll see. See if it cooks me or not. What's going on, Elvis? Let me take a look. Are you talking about on gold? Oh, for gold. Yeah, okay. So 915 candle. What I would say about the 915 on the gold is you have a respected level here for sure, no doubt. And you have a couple of really long bottom wicks, which is nice. But what would have the one disqualifier, there's two things. I don't know how this candle, how the 915 candle opened, if it came down. I'm sure it came down here first for a retest and then pushed. But the one issue that I have for this setup is this candle here, the 9 o'clock candle, is not very strong. Is not very strong at all. What's going on? Good edits. Welcome in. Welcome to the crew on TikTok. So that's what I'm thinking in regards to gold, is that 9 o'clock candle just didn't have the strength that I'd be looking for. There's really no indication to say, hey, this is what's going to happen next. I do like the long bottom wicks, though. It would have been very tempting. I like to rate my setups as I'm taking them. If this had retested properly and then flipped here, I would have said, okay, this is a lower probability trade, so I would maybe put this at like a B plus trade instead of an A plus trade. So since it's a B plus trade, if I'm going to take it, I have to go light. A couple of contracts, a couple of minis. That way, if it moves against me, I can close this and have a small loss. That's how I would have evaluated that. Plus your pre-stock market exchange, right? Your pre-opening candle of the stock market. So that's how I would have evaluated. Like, you kind of look at what disqualifies this trade more than what justifies this trade. Yeah, that's what kept you out. You were getting FOMO. Okay, excellent, Elvis, good. Yeah, and like I said, you could have still taken it. It could have continued down, though. You know, if you look at the trend since 7 o'clock this morning was down. Now we know that the market is reversing back, right? This candle, let's see. This candle right here would have been perfect right here. Then we got ourselves a setup, right? That would have been, oh yeah, I would have been in that trade for sure. It's unfortunate when this happens, though. I hate when you get a small closure. This closure right here isn't bad. This candle here really works well in a continuation trade instead of a reversal. This is a hard candle to use as a reversal, but as a continuation, now we're in business. Similar to what happened here. This setup, it's in the wrong place though. These three candles need to be up here above the level, right? They need to be above resistance. They're under it, which is weird, but this is kind of a really nice continuation setup. So it's not perfect, but it gives you kind of an example. Even here, like, look at this, right? Look at this. Look at these candles right here. This looks like a reversal. However, there's two things wrong with it. One, this candle does not engulf this one. Also, we're at resistance. Wait a minute. Reversal should be at support, not resistance. Not in this direction. You don't buy at resistance. You sell at resistance for a reversal trade. You'll buy at resistance for a continuation trade. Does that make sense? So this setup here though it might look nice, it's in the wrong spot. All right, what's going on, ES? Are you just gonna sit there? Stuart, welcome to the Lurk crew. Yeah, just a reminder for you guys, if you got a free account from me on Friday, just a reminder, you need to pass or blow those accounts within the next 30 days, or you're going to get charged the full price from Bullinox, which I think is shady, but you know, nothing I can do about that. So they are your accounts now. I am no longer attached to them. So anything that happens from here on out is not on me. But I'm glad I was able to get those accounts from Bullinox and give them out. Don't say I never did nothing for you. No, I'm just joking around. I just wanted to give back. I just want to do something nice for the community. Something for you guys to show up every day. I wasn't expecting to give them all out in one day, though, I can tell you that. I actually got an email after stream, and Bullinox was like, code violation. It's all in, like, capitals and exclamation marks, and, like, we've noticed an excessive amount of uses on this code. Like, they're, like, yelling at me. I'm like... And they're like, you need to give these codes away to individuals, not on stream. And I'm like... But that's not how I wanted to do it. This is my stream. I wanted to give out the accounts my way, not your way. But whatever. Thanks, Bullinox, for supporting the giveaway. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. It's just funny how it went down. Yeah. You betcha. You bet, Stuart, and you bet, Elvis. What the heck? I can't get back to my trade. This TikTok thing is in the way. Thank you. I think I'm going to close this. It's not really doing what I want it to do. But gold is setting up for a potential bounce off of this resistance or a continuation through it. It's going to do one or the other. Silver's breaking out. See that? Silver, if silver closes above this level, might have ourselves a continuation on silver. I need to check something though. What's going on, Sylvia? Wow, it's been a long time. How you been? How are things? Been a long time since I talked to you. Hope you're doing good. How's life been? Been doing good in trades? Not bad? Yeah. Skiing. Oh, nice. That's cool. That's cool. I'm from a mountain town, and I've never been skiing. I don't know. It just never appealed to me. I did go snowboarding once, but it was on a golf course. Yeah, I went snowboarding on a golf course. Some golf courses in like the middle of the country are pretty steep, and I was like, it's a little bit safer to go on a golf course because I'm not gonna hit anything. I'm not gonna hit a tree. I'm not gonna hit a hidden rock. So I went snowboarding on a golf course and had a lot of fun, but I never went actual skiing in the mountains. It's weird. It's like where I'm at now is a beach town, and people who live here, there's people who live here who hate the beach. Hate sand, never even went to the ocean, never went surfing. It's kind of funny how that works. We might be a silver surfer here in a minute. Depends on how this closes. Yeah. It's pretty overextended right now. Really need to come down and create a top wick. Other people dream about it. That's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. If this doesn't create a top wick, it's overextended, and I can't do anything with it. Silver can be volatile too, so gotta watch out for that. My schedule is changing at work this week, so I think my streams might be a little shorter every day for now. I gotta go into work earlier than normal for a while. So I'll probably be doing 1 hour streams moving forward for a while. Should you get into the stock market? Good edits? That's a good question. I don't know if you're still here or not. I couldn't answer that question for you. That's up to you. Your mom has a lot of silver? She's doing really good right now then. She's doing really good. Silver's up past $100. It's $111 now. All right. Let's see. Gold closed at resistance. NQ and ES have just basically rocketed, but they might be turning around in the next couple of candles. You're out? Not treating you good? Sorry to hear that, Graph. Hang in there, my friend. Hang in there. I think on silver, this is too overextended. It's gonna do this, the breakout fake out right now. I want to see what this candle does. If this candle can close small red, then we can take a continuation. But I think it's just gonna melt right back into the range. And we'll see here if ES or NQ set up a reversal. We might get something in the next 30 minutes. Definitely not on this candle. I like the potential for NQ to create a reversal back down into this range. Changing the options broker. Interactive brokers is too difficult. Yeah. Changing to Saxo Trader. Interesting. I haven't heard about that. No, I haven't heard about that. Yeah, interactive broker, man. I was just looking at some of the language and stuff that they put in there. I was just like, what? Like, instead of having, you know, what trade you took, right? It said average price. What? So yeah, no, I think it's a good, man. I think that's good. What's nice about it though, I think, is you've been just doing practice trades anyways. So hopefully it should be an easy process for you to transition. Yeah, I was confused looking at it, and I was just like, what is the name of some of these things? Like this, why does it information have to be so difficult? Why can't it be set up, you know, in your favor? Unless they're trying to make it difficult, so that way you are confused and then you make a bad trade and they make more money. I don't know. It's like voting in the United States when it comes around to the election times, and you look at each clause or whatever you want to call it, each law, whatever you want to call it, to vote on. You can vote like yes or no, but the question will be worded like this. It will say, you agree that it is unaffordable for Congress to reject the possibility of this bill not going into effect until July, but also not having the ability to be used until the beginning of January. Yes or no? I'm like, what the hell did I just read? What? Like, so if I vote yes, am I agreeing to it or disagreeing to it? If I vote no, am I agreeing to it or disagreeing to it? And I just hate when they do that crap. They do it on purpose. They're trying to confuse you, and then you vote yes when you actually meant to vote no. And they get your vote. So they do that garbage in the US. I don't know if they do that in any other country who has, you know, voting, but I feel like brokers and stuff would be a place where they would do that confusing language. Strange language, yeah. Average price for something I bought on a certain specific price. So why is it average, right? It is, yeah, that is confusing. You remember when you showed me the screenshot, I was like, where is your trade? I couldn't figure it out. And I stared at it on screen, and then I looked at it after I jumped off stream. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, what the heck? And then you said what you said about it being the worst language choice in the world, and I was just like, yeah. So, but I think it's good that you're switching. Hopefully you find a better one. In the US, I like Robinhood, and I like Thinkorswim, but I like Thinkorswim better because I like the broker that it's tied to, and I can have a practice account. Can't do that in Robinhood. Robinhood has a really nice feature though that I wish I had on this broker, and they have a 4% APY, which basically means if your money just sits there and does nothing, it'll grow by 4% per year. And it's a pretty good 4% interest is pretty good. You can't get that in any bank here. Any bank here, you're getting maybe 0.1%, which is garbage. So if you decide not to trade the accounts, then 4% is nice. But I ended up getting out of Robinhood. Yeah, you can't use them in the EU. Yep, exactly. I hate when they do that. You know, that's like prop firms. There's a prop firm. There was a prop firm. I think it was like Prop XP or something. And you couldn't use them in the US. So all of us in the group were like, well, there was only a few of us that were from the US, but none of us could use it. It's like, well, what the heck? I do have some issues with Robinhood. Some issues, but overall, what I like about Robinhood is the interface. Robinhood Legend is so clean and simple to use, and that's really, really what I like. You guys can see what I use in Thinkorswim. It's taken me a couple months to really fully understand the UI, and Robinhood has a really nice user interface. Really nice. It's clean. It looks good. You can open up different boxes, and it's just nice. It's really, really, really user friendly, and that's important. Maybe I'll go back to Robinhood Legend at some point. Not have all my money in one basket. If I'm able to pull the money out of this account, maybe I'll put something in that one. Maybe I'll get my Robinhood going again. I started doing Robinhood because I was doing crypto, and I got out of crypto because I literally sat there, had crypto for 6 months and made nothing. I'm like, well, what a waste of time. What a waste. So I was like, I'm just getting out. I'm getting out. Yeah, overall better than interactive. Nice. Yeah, interactive brokers. Well, what are you interacting with? Exactly. Yeah, it's a confusing name. But yeah, I used to trade crypto. Not no more. Not no more. It was fun for a little while, I'll be honest. I had fun. I was trading, some meme coins. And at one point, me and my dad both had Shiba Inu, which is altcoin, I guess, off of I don't even remember. But you could buy like 10 million coins, right? You could have like 10 million coins. You get them for like $100 or $1,000 or something like that. I was like, it's cool. I got 10 million shares, and we were always like, if the stock goes up to a penny, we're gonna be millionaires. But it never will. It never will. Those coins will never go up because there's too many of them. And in order for them to actually make each coin worth a penny, they would have to cut or delete or whatever you call it. They'd have to get rid of like 2/3 of that coin. So if they have like 500 billion coins, they would have to drop it down into the 100 millions in order for that coin to have the ability to go up in value. And they're just not going to do that. Sometimes they do, but it's, especially if people are taking coins and putting them on a personal device, you can't get rid of them after that. Can't get rid of them once people put them on their personal devices. I like what the stock market's doing right now. I really like ES, but I like NQ better. Might have ourselves a nice reversal here. We got 5 minutes. It needs to chill though. It needs to chill. It needs to stop about right there. You only lost money on crypto with the meme coins? Yeah. You bought Bitcoin and it was around 12 to 15K. Wow. Then it dropped, sold everything, and now you feel stupid. Nah, I wouldn't, Tim. I wouldn't feel stupid. You didn't trade a pizza for it, so that's worse, right? And it can always be worse. The guy who traded pizza for 10 million Bitcoin or whatever, I don't even remember what it was. That guy, nobody would have thought Bitcoin would have hit what it hit. And I honestly don't think it's going to be around forever. Look at people who invested in, what is it, EFTs? Not EFTs. What the hell is it? What is it called? Where artists will create like pictures and drawings, and and you buy it, and then they, I don't know, it gives you special access to them behind the scenes or so. I don't even know what the hell it is. NFT, is that what it is? NFTs, yeah, look at that. It's like social media platforms, right? MySpace is not around anymore, but MySpace paved the way for the rest of them. So at some point, yeah, pizza on the moon is cheaper. That's funny. At some point, Bitcoin might be like MySpace. Yeah. But you know what? This is why I switched to the stock market. This is why I switched to actual companies. I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to invest in the stock market, I'm not going to invest in some coin that I have no idea where it actually sits. Like Shiba Inu or Dogecoin or whatever. But I can invest in a company that's been around for 100 years. The chances of Microsoft going out of business tomorrow is pretty low. The chances of Tesla going out of business is maybe a little higher, but still pretty low. So that's, you know, and then like futures. Gold is not going away. Gold has been around since the beginning of the time. It's worth more now than it was back then, I guess. But I think Bitcoin, since Bitcoin is basically something that humans invented, I don't know. All of the Bitcoin stuff makes me feel like way too much of a risk. Okay, this is what I look at Bitcoin. This is the way I look at Bitcoin. You ever walked into a casino? Or like you went to Vegas or whatever, right? You walk in and they have a specific poker chip for that casino. Like in Vegas, it's the Luxor or whatever. You go in there and you put $100 down on the table and they give you a stack of their chips with their logo, their coin. But if you were to put that coin in your pocket and walk across the street to the other casino, it's worthless. It's absolutely worthless. They're not going to take that casino's chip. That coin is only has value in that casino. But here's the thing that casinos do. They retire old chips. I know I'm going off a tangent here, but I'm going to connect it. They retire old chips. So if you have a chip from like early 2000s and you go in there and try and use it, you can't use it. That's what the coins are. There's too much control by the person who owns the chips, the person who owns the coins. And that's the biggest problem I have with Bitcoin. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess you could do that graph. Wow, look at this market. Terrible conditions right now. I see nothing here. Nothing. So, I mean, I still have some collector chips from casinos that are not even around anymore. They're out of business. The Sahara is one in Vegas. I got a coin now. It's a collector item, right? Because that casino's out of business. But its intention is gone. And I find that really interesting. But I think that's what crypto is like. You're basically have these coins and you're investing in some mysterious thing, right? And is there actual value? Not really. They're just clay chips. Just clay chips from the casino that you're in. And you can't use them across the street. They won't take them. Oh no, that's a different name on the chip. Well, it's a $100 chip. No, it doesn't count. Right? So that's the difference between the different coins, the different casinos. However, if you bring cash, you can play at all of them, right? That's what's interesting about it. Wonder how people holding their Blockbuster. Yeah. Blockbuster. I got Blockbuster stock. That'd be funny. All right, this is my last candle. Then I have to jump off stream. China. Yeah. I'll probably still be watching the stock market after this, but I like what gold is, kind of like what gold is doing here. Even silver, bit of a reversal maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I was hoping NQ or ES would do that, but it's not ready yet. So yeah, I'll stream about 13 more minutes and then I gotta jump off. Consider subscribing to the crew. But anyways, so there's my opinion on Bitcoin and altcoins and meme coins, which I've traded, and they're fun. They are fun, let's be honest, right? They're fun. NQ's got some volume? Yeah. Why did the A go to the bathroom and come out as an E? Because he had a vowel movement? Oh my gosh. Well, that's a good, that's pretty corny. Yeah, those chips from casinos, they are they're made out of clay, I believe. They're fun. They're cool. It is kind of fun when you go, especially if you're staying at a casino and you get a bunch of chips, right? You put them in your pocket and you take them up to the room and then you're like, oh man, these are really cool. You know, it's kind of cool to hold them for a while. But when here's what's interesting about why there's such an interesting connection. I should make a short about this. Why there's such an interesting connection with the chips is that if you put those coins in your pocket and you forget about them and you go to the airport, then you get on the airplane and you fly away, not good. And what's interesting about casinos, when you walk in the front door, and the only way you can play in their casino is if you have their currency, right? The chips or whatever. So you go up to the table and you hand them $100, $100 bill or 100 quid or whatever, right? Or 100 AUD. And they take it and they push it into a box and it's gone. Your $100 is gone. You spent it. It's gone. Okay? Now, they hand you a big pile of plastic chips. You have no experience with casinos? Yeah. Oh, he's working as dealer? 2 years? Oh, Sylvia, you know exactly what I'm talking about then. That money is gone. Their goal is to get money out of your pocket and into their box as quickly as possible. And the chances of them giving it back to you after that is low. So you play your chips and you play or whatever. They're not pulling that $100 back out of that box. This is what's so interesting about casinos. That $100, the actual physical bill that you brought in with you, is in that box, in a lock box, and it's not coming back out. No matter what. That exact $100 bill is gone. Okay? So you get your chips and you play. Let's say you win, right? Let's be nice to you. Let's say you win. Let's say you started with 100. Let's say you play whatever and you're like, oh, I'm up 250. Sweet. If you want to get your money, you have to walk to the complete other side of the casino and you have to pass every single game on the way to get your money back. Every single one. Every slot, every this, every that, because they put the you cashing out area as far away as possible. Because they want you to spend every single dollar. You've already spent your money. Your money is gone, right? If you want to cash in their little plastic chips, you have to go to the other side of the casino. And now they do a paper printout. How tempted are you on the way to go over there to put in the rest of your winnings into a machine? By the time you get to the other side where the cashier is, you probably don't have enough to get your $100 back. Never been in a casino, Graph? Yeah. It's a fun place, but you when you're there, you learn real quick that the only way you win is to not even walk in the door. And if you do get a win, and you get lucky, the only way you win is if you leave right then. But who goes into a casino just to leave, right? It's a perfect money-making machine for them. This is why I say when we're in stock options, selling options, we're the casino. A funny story. Got a funny story for you guys while I'm watching these candles do nothing. So, I grew up in Colorado, and in the mountains we have a casino town in the mountains. Really cool place called Black Hawk, like the bird Black Hawk, right? If you say it too fast, it sounds like you're saying something different. So I had to be very careful on how I said Black Hawk. You say it too fast, it sounds different. Anyways, we go up there, and my goal was to make money and never spend a dime. And I did. And this is how I did it. I went up there. My goal was to make money and actually never even play one game. And this is how I did it. I walked around. I can't do this anymore. This is illegal. I think it's illegal. Some casinos will kick you out forever if you do this. I used to walk around, and what I would do is I'd go up to slot machines. You're going to find this interesting, Sylvia. I'm sure you've seen people doing this before. I'm not sure I'm not the only person. I'd go up to slot machines, and what people would do is they play their slot machines, and then they would leave behind the last like 10 cents or 25 cents. And they'd leave and go get dinner or whatever. So I'd go over there and I'd hit cash out. And I'd cash out their 12 cents and put it in my pocket. And they give you a little ticket. It says 12 cents. Put it in my pocket. I go to the next machine. Cash out. Put it in my pocket. I did this for like 4 hours straight. And I made about $85 just doing this for like 4 hours straight. And then I walked over to a machine, and there was a $100 bill laying on the ground. I still have a picture of it. And I was like, oh, there's a $100 bill on the ground. And I look around, there's nobody around, right? I look around, there's nobody around. So I did the little thing where I take my foot and I just put it on top of the $100 bill. I step on it, and then I just kind of look around some more. My shoe's a little loose. I need to tie my shoe. So I bend down and I tie my shoe. I kind of slip the $100 into my hand, or I slip the $100 into my shoe. Well, let's go do something else. And then I leave the casino. And I never played one game. I made $185. I never played one game. Later on, I was talking to somebody. I was reading something that said if you do that, you can get kicked out of a casino. So I got lucky. It's one of those lessons you'd rather learn from them, yeah, than from other people's mistakes. Exactly, Graph. Yep. You put a trade on ES and not MES? Uh-oh. Hopefully it was a buy and not a sell, Chris. It's now and now. Oh no, Chris. Oh no. Yeah, you got hit by the trailing drawdown, didn't you? Where it moves like this. If you went pretty high on ES. If it says ineligible, the account is done. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do, Chris. 49,186. Was it a 25K account? Bullnox Project X. Was it a 25K account, Chris, or was it a 50K account? Because if it was a 25K account, the max you can lose is 1,500, I believe, before it blows the account. But if it says ineligible for funding, the account is cooked. It's done. Been there. Join the club, my friend. It's all right. It's okay because it was just, you didn't lose $1,500. You lost $15 or whatever it was. Hopefully you got the account from the code. It was like 91% off. Yeah. Sorry, Chris. Been there. Done that. Got the t-shirt. I've done that many times. 15? Yeah, there you go. 15 bucks. Yeah. You just learned a lesson for $15. I've learned that lesson before. I went into GC and I was like, oh, I'm going to take a trade on gold. Before I knew it, the account was gone. I'm like, oh, it's not on micros. Yeah. So I know exactly what you went through. Sorry, dude. That sucks. But we've all done it. All right. Looking at the markets, I got to jump off here. Gold might have something here shortly. Keep an eye on gold. See how this candle closes. Everything else looks like absolute poo. If silver and gold are tied together, silver is very, very indecisive right now. So I don't know about gold. Be careful with gold. I'm not seeing strength in gold right now. Yeah, you can buy another one, Chris. This discount here, the 83% discount still works. No, they'll let you, and you're good. You're good to get another one if you want. It's going to be a little bit more. It's going to be like $20 instead of $15. Yeah, I did cover it, Elvis. If you rewind back right now, there's a potential opportunity for gold. We'll see. It's pretty tight and the hell? Power surge. Potential reversal here for gold. But it's also, I don't know. The wicks up here are very short. Very short. So I don't know. This one's not perfect. But anyways, I got to jump off, you guys. Thank you for everything. Appreciate you guys being here for a little bit. Got to go take care of the kiddo. Juan, Chris, Will, edu.rdk, Graf, Stuart, Elvis, Sylvia, and Tim. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I'll still be watching the markets. I'll still be in the Discord. So if you guys see something or you have questions, feel free to jump in there. I can still interact a little bit there while I'm watching the kiddo. So, all right, you guys, appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully it goes good. See some of you in Asia as well. So, sick. Yeah, enjoy you guys. Appreciate it.